What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Well, as it turns out, I don't have to go deer hunting. Deer just seem to hunt me, as it turns out. They seem to stand in the ditch quietly on a long dark highway and wait patiently for the perfect opportunity for me to come by, and then right at the last second they jump right out in front of you and bam, over with. So this is almost exact same thing that happened. You guys have been watching the channel about 2, maybe 3 years ago now. Happened in my blue truck. Anyway, I hit a deer in exact location as far as where the impact was in my white truck, and it wasn't too far from actually where I hit the last deer at. Actually, it was the same highway anyway. So we didn't tear up as much this time. I'll show you here what we got this time. We did not get the hood, turns out, thankfully. We only got the right corner of the bumper here, the fog light, and the bottom of the headlight right here. There's a piece of trim right here. It goes, but that's not a big deal. I never replaced it on the other one because, well, the insurance didn't pay for me a new headlight. Something the insurance adjuster missed, and it doesn't affect the headlight at all. It's just a little trim piece. So I'll have to get another bumper, or another end of a bumper, and a fog light. It also bent the bracket, but I'm pretty sure I can bend the bracket back with a little persuasion. That just bolts on there with like 4 bolts. And then your fog light. I don't think we tore up anything up under the truck, at least not that I've noticed. Did not break the hood. This is the hood that I fixed. I had the broken hood mount here whenever I got the truck. It did dent this trim in right here, the stainless trim, but I don't think it broke anything up under here. The hood still opens and closes and everything okay. It may have knocked this loose right here where the headlight bucket fastens, or it could have already been like that from going down the road. But either way, the hood mount still solid where I repaired it, and no issues there. So I guess I'll have to get a end of a bumper and a fog light. I'm not sure. The one on the other truck is broken. I may try to stick it on there for time being until I can get one in. But I don't know. I'm gonna look at it and see how bad it is. And it's not all that much trouble to change it. I may stick it in there. But another issue I had on the trip, which is a bigger issue than that right there, is I lost my my trailer marker lights here on the way back, and I could not figure out what was going on. It kept blowing the fuses for the trailer markers there, and I was trying to figure out what was going on, and I think I finally figured out what the deal is. But what would happen was I had blinkers and my hazards and brake lights, but no marker lights except for on one side of the trailer. The way this trailer is wired, or the way the truck is wired, it's 2 separate fuses, and it would blow the fuse. I'd lose all my marker lights except for tail lights on the left hand side of the trailer and my 3 lights at the back of the trailer. And I kept messing with it. When it first did it, as soon as you put a fuse in it, blow the fuse. And so I was trying to figure out what the problem was, and got out, pulled over, got out, and checked, figured out. I got to wiggling some wires around, found some spots that I thought could have been, but really wasn't sure, really didn't stand out that much. Anyway, I wiggled a bunch of wires around and got it where I could put a fuse in it. And I drove for probably 20-something miles, and it blew the fuse again. And I said, well, okay, that's not going to work. So then the next day, I got up and it was daylight, and so I come on up the road some more after I took my break, and then it started doing it again. And so I pulled over one last time. I'd used all the fuses I had. I had about 5 fuses, had a pack of fuses, 5 fuses or whatever in the truck. I blew all them, and still couldn't figure out what the deal was. And I stopped at a truck stop and bought another package of fuses and wiggled some more wires around there. And I said, well, I'm just trying to get to the house so I have better, place to look at it, can sort it out, and more time, and can figure out what's going on. And so I put that fuse there, one of the fuses I got at the truck stop in there, and then I made it all the way almost home. I was about 7 miles from my house, and I seen in my mirror when the lights went out, because I can see a couple of these side marker lights, like right here on the front of the trailer. These corner lights right here. I can't always see them, but like when you go around the curve and stuff, you can see these, and then the ones at the very back of the trailer, back down there that stick out, I can see them like going around a curve and whatnot. I can kind of see them in the mirror, and I kind of like to keep an eye on that, because I have had my 6-way or 7-way cord short out before, and I had issues with that. But anyway, I seen them when I went out. I wasn't but about 7 miles from the house, so I was like, I got on home and said I'd mess with it today, and I passed up a load I would have liked to booked, but I didn't know what this was going to turn into, how long it was going to take me to get this repaired. And you can't be hauling no loads with no trailer lights, because that just ain't gonna fly. So I got to get this fixed, and then I'm going to worry about the spot up there with the deer hit. See about taking, I guess, the piece of the broken corner or bumper off of the old truck and the fog light, and see what there is to that, if I can stick that on there so I can get a fog light back working. And in the meantime, I'll take you around here and show you what I got going on with these lights, or at least what I think I got going on with them anyway. So I have been all over this trailer trying to look up under here and wiggle the wires that go up to all these marker lights. The wire runs down the trailer up in here on top of the cross members. I've wiggled and jiggled. I've got around the back there, looked at all that stuff, crawled up under there, looked at everything I could. And what I finally found right here, I just found that I think is going to be my issue. I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up. Maybe if I turn my light on my phone on, maybe I can get enough light here you guys can see. And I got to figure out how to get up in here, get to it. If you look right there, that little piece of brace, that marker light wire is going right over the top of it. And if you tell on the top side, that wire has rubbed in two. And I think that wire is jiggling around right there and shorting out on that metal brace and blowing my fuse. I think that's what I got going on. And that's at the very front of the trailer right there. You can see there's the fifth wheel. There's the front marker lights right there. So the very front of the trailer, that's what I got going on, I do believe. And I was worried about that this was going to be super hard to figure out what was going on, because the last time that I did it, you know, I drove over 200 miles before it blew that fuse. And so I was thinking that this is going to be a problem to find what was going on there, because of that. You think you got it fixed, and then it works for 30 minutes and then it blows again. You know, that's not good. So I think that's what I got going on. So I think getting some good tape and stuff and getting them secured up a little bit, I think that'll take care of that issue. Alright guys, I got the wires repaired. Not the prettiest in the world, you can't hardly get to it up in there, but anyway, I'm pretty confident that was the problem. That's the only wire that I found that was chafed enough that it was into the wire and it was on bare metal. So pretty confident that's what I had going on. Anyway, they all work now, so we will give that a shot and see what happens. So here's a look at the inside of this front bumper here. You can see the hood mount. This is, like I say, where I repaired this hood when I bought the truck. And this was all busted out. This mount was busted out. It looks still solid. It's a little loose right here. But as far as the actual hood mount, the structure of it is still solid. So should be good on that. I'm going to pull these 4 bolts right here out, pull this off. Alright guys, so I stuck the one off of my old truck on here. It is broken as well. If you look right here at the bottom, it's broken. And I've got the fog light to it, but the fog light has got nut certs in it, and I put some baby welds in those right here, as you see, because they're coming out. This is an aftermarket fog light made in you know where. And so I'm going to let that JB weld cure before I try to put that in there. And I'm not going to bother with trying to paint this at the moment. but I'll pick up some white paint, probably just some spray paint. I've got some white paint that actually matches the truck, but I don't think it makes much sense to paint a broken bumper. But this will be a whole lot better for right now than what I took off of there till I can get one, you know. So I got that stuck on there, and I'll get me a fog light as soon as that JB Weld cures. I'll get this fog light stuck in there, and then we'll be pretty well back in business there. I'd rather have one small broke spot on the bottom right there than the whole corner of it missing. I had to take a hammer and hit this bracket here and knock it back forward a little bit. It bent it just a little bit, but nothing major. Alright guys, so I went in the house, get me a bite to eat, and propped my feet up, fell asleep in the chair, woke up about 3 hours later, went to Tractor Supply and got a can of white spray paint. There's no reason for me to mix up, you know, expensive paint and have to clear coat this and everything for a broke bumper end. I just want it on there because it's better than the one that's completely almost missing. So swapping that out, and it ain't gonna match exactly, but it'll be better than, you know, it just being a black bumper sticking out there. It sticks out like a sore thumb. So you know, $7, $8 for a can of spray paint, that's fine. I picked up me a couple of screwdrivers while I was there, but for some reason I can't keep flathead screwdrivers. I don't know what the quality of these are here, but I picked these up. That's a 1/4 by 4 and a 3/8 by 10. For some reason, wrong drawer. For some reason, the only flathead screwdriver I've got left is this one here, and it's kind of in between those, so that'll give me back about what I had, maybe one less than I had. But I've got plenty of Phillips. Oh, there's a flathead there. I got a big one. There's 4 flatheads. That's about what I had. Got plenty of Phillips here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a small flathead. Another Phillips. So I got plenty of Phillips. I don't know where all the flatheads went, but anyway, they disappeared. So we'll go out here and spray some paint. Well, that's not too bad. It's a little better than I thought it would be, actually. The paint color is it's close. I mean, it's actually closer than I thought it was going to be. The truck's a little dirty, got road film and stuff on it. It was raining when I come back. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad considering it's a broke piece. It's got a few runs in it and whatnot. It's like 45 degrees out here. I was spraying kind of heavy. Got a few sags right here and whatnot, but it's going to be all right till I can get something else ordered. And that fog light, like I say, it's got the nut certs in it have come loose, and I epoxied them back in. So I'll have to get another fog light as well. But at least we got something in there that'll work for right now, and the whole corner of it's not missing. Just a small piece of it's missing. So anyway, I'll get a new part for it and stick it on there sometime or another. We'll go ahead and wrap this video up. We got the trailer lights working. We got this deer strike taken care of, at least for the time being. I really need to buy some new headlights. These here are getting kind of dingy. It broke that little trim piece off the bottom of the headlight I showed you guys earlier. There's a little piece of trim that goes across here, but that's no big deal. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.